What's going on, Virgo? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for February 2024. So in this reading, Virgo, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the rest of February, or February in general. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you, and so much more regarding February 2024. So before we begin this reading, Virgo, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance, Virgo, for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading does resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Virgo. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy and we'll see what is coming your way for February 2024 of Virgo. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Virgo. See, it's important to, when these jumpers come out, I have I notice the order in which they come out. I have a system for this, Virgo. Ooh. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got going on here for you, Virgo. Wow, it's definitely here something very, there's a very deep spiritual transformation happening in your life, and it looks like it's going to be a very great month. But before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead, Virgo, and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe. And these oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of, the energy that spirit wants you to focus on for your own highest good in February. And the first one is the 7th house of love and partnerships, and the 7th house has to do with one-to-one relations of all kinds. It has to do with romantic relationships, family relationships, any sort of serious one-to-one relationship that you are involved in. It's very important for you to focus on this in February 2024, Virgo. And so I definitely do feel like there's a new love situation on its way to you. And this is going to be something that for a lot of you is going to rock your freaking world, okay? But we're going to lead up to this here. So the first energy is 7th house, focusing on that, being open to relationships here. Now the next energy is Taurus, the sensual. And so there could be a Taurus that is important for you to connect with, but I don't really feel for most of you, don't worry about, oh my God, if it's a Taurus or not. But there is someone with an earthy energy. You might be connecting with someone who also has an earthy energy, but Spirit is definitely inviting you to enjoy the sensual pleasures of relationships. And I feel like there's someone coming into your life that you're going to really be able to do that with in a way that maybe you've never been able to do it before. And I don't know about you, but for me, I would consider myself to be much more of a sensual person than a sexual person, if that kind of makes sense from a certain perspective. Kind of like the build-up is more important than the actual act of sexual penetration is whatever. It's more of the sensual. And I feel like for you, that could be really important for you to kind of develop that, or to at least give that a try, especially if you're more focused on other things. But the 7th house in Taurus, this could be you cooking a great meal for your loved one. This could be you, giving someone a rub on the back, like giving them a massage, or in some sort of way. I do feel like there's a very sensual relationship on its way to you. Okay, Virgo but it could have to be like that Taurus energy of like buying them a nice gift, like aesthetically pleasing, like feeding the five senses. Like I do feel like Taurus energy is the most grounded, and it's the sign that activates the five senses the most. So I feel like there's an element here of you actually finding a lot of spiritual energy through being grounded. And Virgo being an earth sign, it could be something that you're meant to do. Now here's the thing. The next energy that you need more of is the sun, okay, which on this card it says essence and personality. And this is all about things being very clear to you. And I do feel like there's something about you clarifying your desires right from the beginning of a relationship. I feel like there's a relationship coming in for you where it's going to be okay for you to say, this is what I like. And it's almost like there's someone coming in for you that is going to be well received. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you're still connected. And for a lot of you, I don't sense that you're physically connected, but there's an energetic connection that still needs to be cleared, like an energetic cord, that you still have. This could be to a past lover, or this could just be to experiences of letdown, or you not being able to really express yourself fully into one-to-one relationships, especially in a romantic setting or in an intimate setting here. And there's definitely something about someone coming in who is, you're both going to be on the same frequency. You're going to like the same things, and it could have to do with that Taurus sensual energy in some sort of way is what I feel. But what I do sense is that I also do sense, Virgo, I kind of sense a promiscuous energy that is around you. And I feel like it's someone, could be someone from your past. It could be someone trying to come at you in the wrong way. And like the promiscuous energy that I sense is someone who's more so overtly sexual, or instead of someone who maybe wants to do the Virgo thing of just being like very like grounded or sensual. Like there's something about you disconnecting from someone where there could have even been great sex, but it wasn't what you wanted. And I feel like the universe is definitely sending you someone who is more of your own frequency. Is what I really feel here. So it definitely looks like a month of a spiritual reset. And speaking of that, your opportunity, Virgo, for February is the Fool. And the Fool is all about being spiritually open. And the Fool is all about seeing the world through a fresh set of eyes. They say the secret to enlightenment is to view the world as if you're seeing it for the first time. And I really feel like it's important for you, this new relationship coming in for you, especially for a lot of you, this will actually manifest physically, or it will take off by the end of February is what I'm kind of feeling based on the cards and my intuition. But it's really about being open to the fact that this relationship coming into your life does not have to entail some of the disappointment or the letdown or the incompatibilities that you've experienced in the past. And I do feel like your opportunity is to purge yourself. And Virgo is like the virgin energy. And a lot of you Virgos out there could have your own sensuality or your own sexuality could be something that is very difficult for other people to understand, because Virgo is like the purified one. And I feel like the Fool and your opportunity is to purify your energy. And there could be something about you moving away from someone who is overly sexual, and there's something about the sensual energy. And I'm not saying that you can't be sexual, but there's definitely something about you doing that Virgo purifying thing. And there could be someone coming in that you're going to engage in an intimate way that you feel is less devil-like, and it's more like two angels coming together instead of like an angel trying to like be with a devil. Does that make sense? Like maybe there was someone that I feel like there's also something about as a result of you raising your frequency, you could be disconnecting from someone that you used to jive with when you were in a lower frequency. So someone's coming in to raise your vibration, and that's what I feel here. I feel like there's something coming in for you, Virgo, that's gonna make make it worth your while to go through a relationship, because sometimes relationships are not worth the price, the emotional capital, the financial capital, and I feel like that's what you're moving away from, someone or a situation that just wasn't worth your time, and now there's something that's really going to come in a beautiful way, but it's going to be something about the purified sensual energy. I'm telling you right now, in whatever way that manifests for you, that's what I sense. Now your challenge is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords has to do with stability and healing. And this is definitely about taking out time to rest for yourself. It could be a very productive month for you as well. In what you don't see coming, I definitely feel like there's going to be a lot of productivity in your work as well. But definitely make sure that you take time out to rest. And this came up in your yearly reading as well, Virgo. And I'm seeing a lot of similarities between your yearly reading, the one last week. If you didn't check that out, go check that out. But in this week too, it looks good. So definitely purification. Some of you could even be kind of, if this is not to do with another person and you meeting someone, this could have to do with you just like purifying your own sexual energy by being celibate for a while, because Virgo is one of the best signs at that, of just kind of like, if a Virgo does not have to do sex if they don't want it, they can have that moment of, you know what, I'm just not doing that right now. So that could be something you're doing as well. But I definitely feel like it's just a raise in your frequency. Now here's the thing. There's definitely a really stuck situation that you're choosing to move on from here, and you're choosing your wish fulfillment. And I feel like it is to do with someone. If they're not a Taurus, they could have earth placements, or it's just a very sensual relationship coming in for you, but one that's emotionally satisfying. Well, in your overall general energy, you have the Eight of Swords, you have the Eight of Cups, and you also have the 10 of Cups here. So there's definitely something about you walking away from a stuck experience, and this is definitely, if it's not physically, you're walking away from someone physical right now. This is an energetic tie. This could even be a karmic tie. You letting go of I feel like you feel that there could be a karmic connection that you felt tied to, that it was almost like the universe was waiting on you to disconnect from it, and now you finally are, and you're not settling anymore. The 10 of Cups is here in your overall general energy as well. So I do feel like there's this energy of, by the end of February, you're going to be in a much different state than you're in even when you're listening to this, and it's a much more happy, compatible frequency for you. It is what I really feel. And so I really like this reading for you. But let's go ahead and go to what you don't see coming. And in what you don't see coming, it's very good. You have the Hanged Man, the Magician, and also the Queen of Pentacles here when it comes to what you do not see coming. So this is very spiritual energy in what you don't see coming. There could be someone coming into your life that you didn't expect the potential to be this significant, because whenever we're dealing with the 10 of Cups frequency, it's usually something that is looking towards the future. It's like your wish fulfillment in the future. And I feel like in what you don't see coming, you're going to be hit that some of you could find someone that you really want to build a life with. And it could be someone of your own reflection. And this doesn't mean have to be like, whatever belief system you buy into, that's fine. Is it your twin flame? Is it your soulmate? Whatever you buy into is fine. But there's definitely someone coming in of a like frequency. And the like frequency definitely has to do with something to do with the Queen of Pentacles. This could be someone who is very financially sufficient. They could also be very sensual, that Taurus energy. They could like to eat good food. They could like to just do sensual things, I feel. Or this could also be a relationship, and I predicted this, I believe, in your yearly prediction reading, that there's a relationship coming in for you that's definitely going to not mess with your finances, not drain you, but actually improve your money. Or there's a relationship coming in that's going to improve your work life, that helps you get more productive in some sort of way. So there's a lot of potential between you and someone, but it could be something that is completely changes your life forever. And I'm not just saying this, I swear to God, Virgo, like, listen, in your advice, you have the Tower, the Chariot, and also the Wheel of Fortune here. So your advice is to completely blow up a foundation, and I feel like first and foremost, this is the energy that you're disconnecting from. Whether it's someone that you have to physically disconnect from right now, I feel like for most of you, it's more of an energetic karmic tie that you're finally letting go. And you have the Chariot, which is all about freedom of movement, and it could also have to do with travel. You know, there could be something to do with long distance. You know, you could have to travel to be with this person that's coming into your life in February 2024. But the Wheel of Fortune has to do with a big opportunity. It's the wheel of your fate starting to spin. And with this being in your advice, I do feel like this is someone who is potentially a soul contract who's going to help you get where you want to be in life. Whether this is just the inward desires that you've had now have the opportunity to be experienced in the physical world. Because remember, the energy that you need more of is the Taurus sensual. And then you also have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is very sensual energy as well. And but there's definitely something here about clarity as well, because the energy you need more of is the Sun. And so I feel like there's not a plutonic relationship coming in for you. The energy that I sense is whatever this energy is, whether it's a career or whatever, I feel like it's a person for most of you. You're walking away from a very plutonic relationship where it was almost like if you brought up your desires, maybe you were like, the person didn't take you serious or vice versa. And there's definitely something about you couldn't express yourself fully in the past. And there's something about if you did, it wasn't taken seriously, or it was like laughed at, or it just wasn't what they wanted. And so there was a way that someone compartmentalized. But you're moving away from this energy. And I feel like instead of being in this like plutonic energy of sex, you know, Pluto is sexual. It's like, I don't care about your body. Let's just go right for the sexual parts. Okay. And it's just like, that kind of is over. I feel. And obviously, like, I'm not, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but this is just what I'm honestly getting for you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and clarify why the Fool is your opportunity. And this could also be walking away from a fool who took you for granted as well. You know, the Fool and your opportunity, maybe, I feel like whatever this plutonic relationship, whatever this darkness that you find yourself being disconnected from, you're pulling yourself out of it. You're pulling yourself out of Hades here, Virgo, in February. I feel like there also is something about everyone is only operating from their current level of consciousness. And there could be an element about you realizing that you were dealing with a fool, or like you were dealing with someone who was like literally incapable of meeting your desires. And it doesn't mean they were a fool, but they were just like not of the same frequency. And there could have been a lot of polarity as a result of that in the past. You know, there could have been, I feel like there was someone who maybe was attracted to you for the wrong reasons, and there was like the opposites attracting, like the frequency of like opposites attracting. But in this case, obviously there needs to be a certain degree of polarity for attraction to occur from a certain perspective. But I feel like it's more of like you're connecting with someone who is more of like effortlessly has the same desires as you. And I don't think any of you have experienced it to the degree that I'm describing. I think that maybe some of you have experienced what I'm saying, but not to this degree. I'm telling you right now. And so it's a beautiful, very purified, very high vibrational kind of cleansing energy. So that's good. Let's see why the Fool is here in your opportunity. Yeah. Yeah, there was definitely something about an imbalance of energy, and the Fool in your opportunity is clarified by the 8 of Swords, which is also in your overall general energy, a feeling of being stuck, and the Knight of Wands in reverse, which is an extremely immature person who talks a big game but doesn't back it up. It could be someone who is very fun. It could be fun to be around this plutonic person, but it doesn't ever lead to long-term happiness. It doesn't lead to like a King of Wands frequency. It always ends up back in the Knight. You know, this could be someone who kept their options open, or someone that just, once again, purifying your energy. This is not a very purified energy, and this is what you're moving towards. The 6 of Pentacles is also here. And so I do feel like the opportunity is like the universe is sending balance and karma into your life here. But definitely disconnecting from a stuck, like something that you've been attached to for a long time has been keeping you very, very stuck. So with that being said, let's just clarify that a little bit more, right? Like, because the 8 of Swords is in your opportunity, and the Fool is like getting out of that. Let's see why the Eight of Swords is in your overall general energy, you know, because I feel like this is the energy you're disconnecting from, the stuckness. And I feel like maybe you got a good read on someone finally that you didn't before. So my boys warn me you were poison like BBD King first cassette, and still I put my chips on the worst bet. You know, there's something about investing in something that kept you stuck. The Eight of Swords, wow. Ooh, this could have been someone, you know, I said, didn't I say karmic, right? I said karmic relationship, and you have the Six of Swords coming at, or the Six of Cups, which has to do with the past, your hometown roots, but for me, it's coming through as like a past life relationship where you could have been in a relationship with someone where you, either it's a past life relationship or maybe it was a good relationship, but now in this life it's not working out. More so though, I feel like there was these big expectations between you and someone, but it never was going to pan out. And it was kind of like you were wasting your time. This person was maybe wasting their time. And finally that comes to an end here. Because there was definitely a lot of potential with you and this karmic thing. But ultimately I feel like it's something that you're moving away from here. Now, alternatively, the Eight of Swords clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Cups. This could also have to do for some of you with the new connection coming in or the new connection that recently entered your life, where it's almost like you're stuck in this, but not in a bad way. It's almost like, how did this even happen? You know, so it doesn't have to be a bad thing, but yeah, I feel like there's a lot of this frequency coming in for you. Let's clarify why the Ten of Cups is also in your overall general energy. And this is more so towards the end of February. So let's see what the Ten of Cups is here. A lot of promise, something more in alignment with you. And also, here's the thing. I feel like you're disconnecting from something that maybe looked good, and now you're going to be connecting to something that feels good. You know what I mean? Or like something that is going to make your heart happy rather than just your head. Because the Pentacles frequency, I don't know, it's coming through as like you were attached to the idea of your legacy being tied with someone. Because the Ten of Pentacles has to do with legacy, and the Six of Cups has to do with the past, a past person, and the Eight of Swords has to do with stuck. So it's like your legacy, you thought your legacy was in bed with this person, but you're finally letting go of that, and now the door opens. Because in my experience of doing readings, one-on-one readings with people, the number one thing that people can't do is create space, because you don't want to be in that void. But your challenge this month is the Four of Swords, so maybe creating that space as a relationship is developing something. Let's see why the Ten of Cups is here in your overall general energy. Too many. Yeah, there's definitely something about an unknown potential here. You know, it's almost like if you never try, you will never know type of frequency. The Ten of Cups is clarified by the Moon, the Three of Pentacles, and also the Two of Pentacles here. So there's definitely there's an element of like a deep unknown feeling where, although there's this, you know, you need 7th house Taurus Sun, I do feel like there's something here that's still unknown, up in the air. Like you have your intuition, because the Moon has to do with intuition as well, or the subconscious mind. And so there's definitely still something up in the air with this new connection coming in that's going to make you very happy. And so maybe there's something that you need to talk, you know, because the energy you need more of is the Sun in the 7th house. So maybe you want to make sure that this is something that you are on the same page as someone. But I feel like ultimately you are. I feel like there could be last minute doubts or hesitations on your behalf or the behalf of the new person that you're connecting with here in February 2024. There could be like the last minute panic mode, but because it's like something that you intuitively feel like this collaboration is going to change your life, or it's something that's more in alignment. I don't know. I sense it's more of like an apprehension energy, like the Moon, Two of Pentacles, like, oh, that's kind of scary. I don't know, but let's collaborate anyway. Three of Pentacles, you know. So with that being said, let's clarify why the Wheel of Fortune is here. Actually, yeah, no, Wheel of Fortune. Let's clarify why that's here in your advice. Well, there's a lot of cards coming out here. This could, I feel like you could be in a really fast relationship. There could be something here that develops really fast. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Lovers and the Knight of Swords. So don't be afraid of speed. Is like, take this opportunity to figure it out. If you never try, you will never know, is kind of the frequency that I get here, Virgo. And the Knight of Swords is someone who, there's definitely a frequency of both of you really like each other. There's definitely a frequency of, although there's that apprehension about the long-term compatibility, because the only apprehension that I feel is like the long-term. There's definitely something about you're both going to jive in the short term when you do meet up, because the Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Lovers and the Knight of Swords. Something about Spirit is advising you to go fast into this. Don't think too much about the long term, because it seems like the apprehension with you and this new person is going to be caught up in the emotions of the long-term stability of the relationship. And the Wheel of Fortune is also clarified by the Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So, like, the first thing coming to my intuition, honestly, is maybe there's some sort of desires that both of you have that can be merged into a mutual energy. That, like both of your individual desires are definitely going to be able to be merged into something that's actually compatible, rather than you trying to force it with someone from your past that you're still somehow connected to, that I sense you're finally actually leaving behind. So I really think that this relationship, that this situation is very unique to you, Virgo, and I wouldn't pass this up. So make sure that you do everything the right way this month, and that you don't get sucked into old patterns, and I think it's going to be a phenomenal experience for you. So you have a lot to look forward to. I'll talk to you next time.